Question 10 says, find the smallest number by which 60 must be multiplied to be a perfect square. First thing is, what's a perfect square? A perfect square is a number in which the square root is a whole number. Like the square root of 4 is 2, square root of 9 is 3. So these are perfect squares. 4 is a perfect square, 9 is a perfect square, same as 25. Now, how do we make 60 a perfect square? 60 is not a perfect square. Square root of 60 will give you a decimal. And we need to find the smallest number that will multiply by 60 to make it a perfect square. There are several numbers you can multiply by 60 to make it a perfect square, but you need the smallest number. And how do we do that? We rule our line, we have our 60 here, then we divide by the prime numbers. You have 2 as the first prime number, 3 next, 5, and so on. Prime numbers don't include 1. So we start dividing by the prime numbers, starting with the smallest. We start with 2. 2 in 60, that's 60 divided by 2 is 30. 2 can still go, we can use 2 in 30. So we use 2 in 30 and not jump to the next prime number. So we have 2 in 30. 30 divided by 2 or 2 in 30 is 15. 2 can't go in 15 without a remainder. So we go to the next prime number, which is 3. 3 in 15. 3 in 15 is 5. Or 15 divided by 3 is 5. Now we know 3 can't go in 5 without a remainder. Then we go to the next prime number, which is 5. Then you have 5. 5 in 5. 5 divided by 5, that's 1. We have this as 1. So these are our values, meaning we're converting 60 to the product of its prime factors. Note, you have 2 2's here on this side of the prime numbers that divide 60. Here we have 1 3 and 1 5. And when you want to convert a number to a perfect square, or when you want to check if a number is a perfect square, each of the prime numbers used in dividing it must have a second or a backup. So you have like 2 2's here, you should have like 2 3's here and 2 5's here. So we need an extra 3 because we have a single 3 here and also have a single 5 here and an extra 5, and you multiply them together. So you have 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15. That is, you have these 2 as twins. You have 2 2's, but you have 1 3 and 1 5. So you need an extra 3 and an extra 5 to make it a perfect square. By the time you multiply 15 by 60, you get a perfect square. So the answer to this question is 15. The smallest number you would have to multiply by 60 to make it a perfect square is 15. Our answer is therefore E, 15. And to prove this, we'll just do 60 times 15. 60 times 15 is 900. You can find the square root of 900. The square root of 900 is 30. There's no lesser number than 15 that you can multiply by 60 to give you a perfect square. So the answer to this question is 15.